Hey, good evening. Welcome. Tonight is the night, Monday night. And every Monday night, we go over our review show of The Shy at this present moment. And last week, we didn't have a show. So this week, we will be reviewing episode 5 and 6 of The Shy. And tonight, I have Keisha with me. I don't know if Dwayne is going to join because he's moving around. But Keisha, what's going on?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
Uh, you know, same old, same old. Just a long day today. It's been a
Mm-hmm.
long, I guess, a long couple weeks. A lot going on. A lot going on in TV. A lot of shows is coming back. We got Raising Candy coming back 2 weeks. City on the Hill done started. I'm quite sure Hightown is gonna start. So most of these shows that we watch are gonna just start, and then we're gonna proceed right into the winter. September comes, then winter time comes, and then everybody's basically stuck in the house watching shows and watching us, hopefully. And you know, I'm gonna just say, Keisha, the first 3 episodes of The Shy, um, contrary to the last 3 episodes, were really, really good. I won't go. I'm not going to say great. I know Dwayne. I gave one of the episodes a 10. I'll say the first 3 was really good. They were, we all agreed that they was basically resetting the show. But these last 2 episodes in particular, for lack of better words, I think they were duds.
You think they were what?
Duds.
Well,
Duds.
I already told you I'm starting at a 0 for my rating. I need everybody else to help me uh raise it. I'm so sick of them.
One of the things that I don't understand, Keisha, is they have a bunch of main quote unquote main stories going into the Shy for this season. It's everybody's part of a big plot, and they'll go 2 or 3 episodes without showing anybody. Episode 6, I was a little bothered with them showing Dom, which is Lala plays Dom, and then they showed Papa's father. The first time they showed both of them all season, it was actually the first time they showed Papa's father basically in like 8 or 9 straight episodes. We haven't seen Papa's father even last year. They never told us what
Since he
happened.
got locked up
What
at
happened at the
Ronnie's
end of season
funeral.
3? Yeah, we never found out what happened at the end of season 3 when he got arrested, and then we went into season 4, and they never talked about, it, never said nothing. And now we're in season 6 of episode 6 of season 5, and they just bring it up, and they didn't even bring up that or why he was arrested. So I think that's a little off and a little strange, Keisha. I don't know how you feel about it. I just think that they just, they're all over the place.
They're all over the place and they just need to go off the air already. Like if they can't get it together, because like you see glimpses of stuff that could possibly be a good storyline or something that gets you interested in it, and then they don't go nowhere with it, or they drop it, or and this has been a never ending cycle. Because what happened to the police officers that was so instrumental in the first couple of seasons? And what was the one officer, Toussaint, and her son was locked up and getting beat up by the
Yeah,
gangs or whatever? Why did they just drop that
yeah.
after Brandon died?
Some people say that they dropped it basically because of what was going on with George Floyd case. I think that was a little cheap. I think that was a little corny, and it was a little classless. Like you just dropped the whole thing, and even going back to the beginning when the officer killed Jason. Yeah, we know that Q took care of it, but the police, the community policing that was going on, because a lot of people, I guess, thought that the white guy was white, but he was actually Latino,
Mm-hmm.
the one that had, and he had a thing with Ronnie. Ronnie was his quote unquote tattletale, and then when he found out that Ronnie really committed the murder, and then he wound up getting out on a technicality, like he wanted Ronnie to have to pay for it, and they just left it alone.
Because he
Don't it?
liked Coogie,
Yeah, yeah,
but
he knew that Cooey was
a
basically
good
killed for no
kid.
reason. Yeah, killed for no reason.
Like, and then they play on our intelligence because I remember Reg going off because somebody sold Peaches some drugs. And he said, don't nobody sell Peaches no drugs. But now she a drunk. Like, I mean, it's just all over the place. They've destroyed Trig. I'm glad they calling him Victor. They destroyed that character. He had an open relationship with a trans woman, and now he lying. It doesn't even go hand in hand with who they led us to believe that he is.
Yeah, yeah. It's like why would you tell us in one season this is who he's with, and even he never questioned it. Even when Jason Weaver said to him like, "Is you gay?" He never said yes or no. He never had doubt about whatever he was doing. And now, like you said, this season they really got him all over the place, any which way. He signs this NDA, and like, why would he sign this and then he got to hide who he is?
Well,
I
and
just
why would you sign that and be screwing a reporter?
at yeah, out of all people who basically told you, and if you follow the theme of the season is based upon black love. So if you follow the theme of the season, he's telling you he's not going to be a secret. Like, and you're not going to be able to juggle who you think you are and what you're trying to hide from. I just find it odd, Keisha. Like, where are they going with this? Where are they going with it, Keisha?
I Gemma. Okay, so Gemma's gonna have a baby, right?
Hmm.
Gemma family come from money, so are they going to even mention how it may be a little easier for her than someone else? And why do every season one of these girls got to be pregnant? Like, it's
So,
just, I'm over. I don't know.
do you think I'm gonna ask you? We watch a lot of shows. We do a lot of review shows. Do you think that they're giving a proper representation of the inner city?
No, I mean, yes and no. I like, because as much as we hear about the negative about Chicago, Chicago is about culture. So Kevin being into the gaming, I like that. They didn't really explore or make it a big thing, but it looks like Jake is in the fashion because he did that outfit for
Hmm.
Kevin. Um, so they probably need to have somebody into tattooing or something, or like some type of art. So that part, I guess I like. They had the stepping Darnell and Jada went stepping
I was surprised that it took 5 seasons
5
for them to
seasons.
finally show that. Like, and even last week when Jason Weaver said the thing about the house music, I'm very shocked that they are finally just doing that, and what's taking so long with them, you know, really getting into Chicago. I don't. I've never been to Chicago, Keisha. I just don't think they're doing a proper representation of what Chicago life is all about. And people would watch this and be like, "Well, if you ain't never been there, why are you talking about?" I just think that even from the outside looking in, I think that they're doing a disservice. Like one episode, like for example, they'll show the spot, but then they won't get into it. They won't talk about, like you said, even with Gemma going to the museum last year, Gemma's father being into politics. They never really go down that avenue, and it's like
They
y'all
never
all over the
complete a
place.
story.
Yeah,
They never complete a storyline. Like,
and I'm
and
like Dwayne. I understand the easy on the eye looking at the actress Tay Davis who plays Tracy, but what is her role in this?
she doesn't have one. I was about to say something, but I don't want them to
No,
um
honestly, what is Tracy's purpose in
to
this whole
have
show?
sex with Duda, to get for y'all to like the sex scenes, because she has no meat to her. If you started this whole foundation based on someone killing your son, you would not just let them roll over you like that. Like
Hmm.
what she's allowing to happen. Like I said, I'm at a zero. Like, I don't have anything The
You know,
good doesn't outweigh the bad. That's what I could say.
I think it's trying. Like I said, watching the kids evolve as actors is good. But let's talk about one particular plot that's going on. Let's talk about Tiff and I'm confused with that. I think I just think that Tiff, if you're gonna have her at a at the age she is, have a child, she's trying to find herself, but she's trying to find herself by being in a relationship that she never really agreed that she was gonna be monogamous. She basically just when Rob says it, she just doesn't say outright like, "Look, I just want to be free." And I get the interpretation, and I'm a man that she wants to be free, but she wants to be wanted too. So it's like a lot of mixed messages with Tiff, and I just find it like, why are they doing this to this? Just why
You
are they
know
throwing
what?
this out there for her?
I don't. I know that some people do um go through kind of what Tiff is going through. Like she's been chasing Emmett for all these years. Some people, for whatever reason, they want to be with their baby father. They want to have a family. They don't want to be with nobody else. Um, so now she finally thinks she has Emmett to herself, and then she finds out he cheats on her. Okay, granted. Um, I think she's really over Emmett, but she's possessive of Emmett. And I've seen that in a lot of women. Like she don't want to be with him, but she wants him to suffer a little bit.
I'm gonna ask you, do you think that it would have changed if he'd have said like, "Yeah, I cheated on you before we got married," or you think that even though I always bring it up every the last two seasons I've been bringing it up, you think that would have mattered?
No, because it's a level of respect that Emmett doesn't have for Tiff. Because how are you cheating with the woman you work with every day? It's a level. I don't think that if it was before the wedding or after, it would have mattered because that means she can't trust him with anybody.
Yeah. Hey, what's up,
Um,
Nicole? Yeah,
but now the whole
I find it interesting, Keisha. Where they going with her? Because Rob basically told you, yeah, I'm like the black sheep, but you could see that Rob is really Emmett in the way, Keisha. He's family, and the anger that she was with Emmett about basically, which was weird, why he slept with Keisha. I thought she would be more understanding of why, because Emmett said it. He goes back to his exes. So you would think that she would be more like not happy, but understanding. Like I
she's
moved
not going to
on.
be understanding though because Keisha's always been the one. If you watched the series from the beginning, if Tiff wouldn't have said that she was pregnant that second time, I don't know what did she have an abortion? I don't know what happened with that baby.
They never unwanted pregnancy. Let's not use that word, abortion.
I
I
don't,
got to mess with you, Keisha.
but I don't know what happened to this when Tiff was pregnant again. But Emmett had Brandon make dinner. He took Keisha out on a date. He was trying to get Keisha back.
Hmm.
So, and I think Keisha and Tiff's friendship is genuine. And what I'm annoyed by and what I don't like about it is why were they lying? And when they were spending time together, why were you not telling Tiff the truth? Why were you acting like you were doing something wrong?
Yeah.
Um, Keisha, if that was her real homegirl, I'm spending time with Emmett. If Tiff went into business with Dom after she found out that Dom screwed Emmett,
Hmm.
she could have got over it. But
Yeah.
now she feels like they did something against her in the dark, or like they doing something to hurt her.
Yeah.
And why would Keisha do that when Keisha doesn't have any friends either?
Yeah. It seemed a little, like I said, it seemed a little odd, and a little off. Like where they going with this, and why would they go down that road? Um, I mean, I don't. it's a couple characters I would say, Keisha, that really going forth. Like, what is the purpose? Like, you tell us at the end of last season, Nina cheated on Dre. They always talk about counseling. Then they debate whether they're going to adopt the girl. They talk about the girl might have to go to foster home, and haven't talked about it for 2 episodes now. Like, you just
Well, Nina and Dre wasn't even in the last episode, was they?
no, no, no.
They all over the place. They all over the place. The only thing I like is Jada and Darnell. And I think that I'm not of the norm when you look at some of the comments on like social media or their fan pages. But the only thing, because that seems authentic and real to me.
Yeah,
And I think they have progressed their age.
I
They
can
just
I can
ain't.
identify with Darnell. I mean, when you reach a certain age, and I think that a lot of men definitely when they're in their 40s, they realize, like, whatever I was doing prior, I was running, doing whatever, and like it was that one person that was the love of my life. If you could find them, or they're not married or you're not married, you go and you try to double back, and you try to right a wrong. That I believe that the Darnell and Jada love story is actually one of the good things of the season. I wish it was a little more. I wouldn't be surprised if they wrote in it where Darnell asked Jada to marry him. I won't be surprised if they do that before the finale. I just think that they're all over the place. Like, where are we going with Papa and Bakari?
And I don't even like that because I don't see Papa befriending him if Jake don't like him. Like, you
Yeah,
going out of your way. I don't see that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I find that crazy too. And then, like, even last season, Keisha, last season we saw Kevin experiment with drugs. Then you ain't even talking about it no more, and except when he stole the weed on Christmas Eve.
Right.
Like, I just find it real all over the place. I really, really like the show. We like what we do, and I just think that the last, and I keep asking you and Dwayne this: was Jason Mitchell that big of an actor where when he got kicked off the show that they just didn't know where to go?
I don't think that Jason Mitchell was that big of an actor. I just think that they lost their direction. Maybe they shouldn't have um maybe they should have recasted him or something
Yeah,
versus getting rid of that character.
yeah, yeah. I thought it was interesting. I just think that they just been like all over the place. Let's talk about with Tiff going wanting to meet the plug. Let's talk about that because I know you're a female and you know of people that used to be in that lifestyle. Um, I thought that was odd. I thought it was odd, and I thought it was odd that Rob would let her go in there by herself.
But why would she want to meet the plug?
Yeah, which I don't understand. I don't understand that. I mean, are they trying to cast her as like Keisha that Tiff's gonna be the girl that wanna be involved in everything, wanna be seen, wanna be all over the place? Are they trying to do that with her?
I would
Be-
hope not.
and then oh boy, the scene was crazy when because she just splurted out like, you the one. So then he gets her patted down by a female, and then he says basically he working for Q. I thought that was a little too much.
So, and Q is back in the game taking over. I thought he was retired.
What's amazing is he what we've known about him and the character that they had him playing was he wouldn't have been that direct. I could feel better if the dude would have been like it's Duda, but he just said Q. Like,
Yeah, like,
yeah, he
and
said
I
Q.
think it's a
Q
picture
real
of him
serious.
hanging up in that. I didn't like nothing about that scene. It wasn't realistic. And then, um, what the Rob gonna say? This ain't Goodfellas.
Yeah, this ain't Goodfellas. Yeah, Nicole, she said it. She doesn't like to rely on other people, but she's relying on other people. That's what I don't understand, Nicole.
She
We're
moved
talking
in with
about
a
Tiff is
whole
that
ninja.
she moved in with a whole ninja. Obviously, her and Don was selling their edibles. They gotta have some money. Like if a young lady, I'm just speaking, I'm not a woman, you guys are women. If a young lady wants to move on from a relationship, I don't think she's gonna jump right into whatever. I know people be like, oh, people do it all the time. No. The way they wrote her script and what she was going through with Emmett, she didn't want to be married to Emmett no more. She wanted something else. She would have had some money, one got her own apartment. She basically had to go back to her mother. So
Well, what was the other guy?
Dante,
Yeah.
Corey,
First of all,
Corey Hardick.
she was liking Dante. If she was
Yeah.
going to be in a relationship, it would have been him.
Yeah.
And he said no. He just
And that's what Dante had to tell her, like, yo, I'm your sneaky link. Like,
yeah.
you need a couple dollars, I got you. You need to smash, I got you. But like, that's home.
Do they have Dante's in New Jersey? Oh, never mind.
I think they got Dante's all over. I think that Dante, like you said, she was into Dante, but I think Dante was real with her. And I just don't understand the dynamic with Tiff. Like, basically, they got her, like Nicole said, she don't like to rely on nobody. Where her paper at?
But
she ain't,
the way she was rolling around dropping off weed, why she don't have no money?
Yes, she used to be dropping off like she was toting. That's how she met everybody because she was, making her own delivery. So I think that's odd what they're doing with Tiff. I think it's kind of cheap.
And just seeing how her mother is not realistic. That she didn't make a plan before she left Emmett.
Yeah.
Because Emmett, they could have slept in separate bed. Emmett wasn't rushing her out the house. She left on her own. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm just saying. None of it jives or makes sense or is realistic.
At least I would think the way that they're going with Tiff is we would be seeing Tiff doing things where she would be showing she's very, very ambitious and want to be like her asking out the plug out of the. That was really out of the blue. When you really think about where the show been going, like she just came out of the blue and said, "I want to know your plug." Like, what did that have to do with anything? Like,
that was the way to let us know that Q back in the game. It had less to do with Tiff, but these writing moves they're making is like elementary.
Let me ask you about Q, because Stephen Williams is a very good actor, but we still trying to figure out when is he gonna say something to Emmett about Emmett swindling his brother out the restaurant.
And that should have been happening.
It should have been happened.
That should have been the first thing he did.
He should have won in there on his boss talk. Everybody vacate the premises, and him and Emmett sit down and be like, "Look, man, we're gonna have to talk. I don't like what you did to my brother. Did all these moves, and you're gonna have to pay your dues.
Pay your fare."
Yeah, I just find it real cheap that they haven't given the fans that. It's just, I don't know, Keisha. Nicole said, and the guy Tiff met up with wouldn't have told her who's in charge. No, he definitely wouldn't have told her who's in charge. First, he first thought she was wearing a wire, and then he gonna tell her. Like, I just thought it was cheap. I thought it was corny. Like, obviously Q names ring bell in that area, so they all should know who he is. Because Reggie was scared to death of Q. Scared to death every time he seen them.
Didn't he kidnap Reg?
Yeah.
Him and the old timers.
He would have got his old gangsters and they put the work in. I don't know, but we trying to review episode 5 and 6. Like this week, they didn't show Duda, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Keisha. I believe that some of the actors in here are really good. I actually like Candy playing Rosalind. I kind of like that. I kind of like the role she's playing. But to me, they have to, when they bring these actors in and these actors are doing a decent job. Why they don't give us enough background? And that goes back to Trig and Victor, whatever we want to call them. You didn't even give us no background on this guy. And then when he did his speech, okay, I can see doing the speech, but he even threw Rashad off. Like, damn, you put me on blast. Some people don't be wanting people to know that they're ex offenders or anything like that, and you just put Rashad out there like you talked about Rashad like you never been in trouble before. So I thought that was strange.
Because he had to, he didn't want to talk about his mother.
Yeah. Yeah, Nicole, Dom did just pop up. Me and Keisha talked about that. Like, why? Like, just popped up in episode 6. And she giving Emmett advice. If anything, Dom would have been like, let me go talk to her. That's my partner. That's my business partner. Like, you don't see no bond. Only thing you know about Dom and Tiff is that they in business together. You seen them go out one time and that was it. But it's nothing else going on. I
think Dom is only in that episode.
Wow. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand the purpose of it. No, we talked about that last week, Nicole. It's no way that the mother would never said Reg. It's no way.
When she left, she didn't say nothing about Reg.
She'd be like, I'm so proud of my boys. I lost one to the street, and I don't want to lose you too. They've never mentioned Reg like with his mother. Like, it's cheap. It's I call it lazy writing. And it's bad that they do that. So, I mean, ratings time. Episode 5 and 6, Keisha, you got to do both of them together. One rating.
I'm still at a 0. Y'all ain't convinced me.
I can't convince you, Keisha. It's hard for me to convince you what you've seen. It's hard for me to, we're sputtering. It doesn't. We were sputtering. It happens the last 2 seasons when we did season 3 and 4. As soon as we got towards episode 6 and 7, we were sputtering. I remember Dwayne saying last year, like, "Hurry up, just make this over with." I'm gonna give it a 3. Honestly. Both
the
episodes.
Only thing I like is Darnell and Jada.
Nicole laughing at you, Keisha, like, wow, a 0?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give both episodes a 3.
It's a hard watch.
Yeah, definitely. Nicole, what's your rating? Because we're gonna get into something before we close out. I want Keisha to talk about something. I'm gonna surprise her with something. Nicole, what's your rating? So yeah, I'm giving it a 3. Nicole gave it a 4. Okay, Nicole, both episodes 5 and 6 is a 4. So next, Keisha, I want to ask you about something. I'm gonna pull it up, and I want you to tell me give me your view on this. Michelle Nichols passed away. Lieutenant Aurora from Star Trek. You have anything to say about her?
I mean, she was a pioneer for us. Even though,
I heard the interview with and rest in peace to her. Her, may her family condolences to her family. But I was listening to the interview where she was basically, when she met Martin Luther King, and he told her, like, don't leave, because she was trying to leave to go to Broadway, and basically she was tired of William Shatner's stuff, and he told her, basically, don't leave, we need somebody in there. What'd you think about that?
I mean, they make such a big deal because I think they had the first interracial kiss on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we ain't been respected and loving black love way back when, way back when. I mean, as American black people, sometimes we do sacrifice for our the betterment of our overall community. I wonder how she felt about it after the fact.
Mm, mm. You know, when you think about her, and I was a Trekkian when as a kid, and even though those were the reruns, um, you never really realized about her, the Diane Carrolls, these giants that were in TV, and you don't realize, like, yo, it's amazing that she was such a big star on a TV, and it was a sci-fi show. It wasn't a show that basically came on every like a her in a role as a mother, or her in a role as something else. It was more of she was the lieutenant on the spaceship, and it was sci-fi. And
Well, my mother, a lot of people, black people, love Star Trek.
mhm,
That, intergalaxy type stuff.
yeah,
So, you know, it's not surprising. I will say that.
yeah, yeah. So she passed away, and I thought it was interesting that we would be talking about the shy, and here it is, all these black actresses. I think that do you think that black actresses are getting their due, Keisha?
As far as
Getting the respect in Hollywood that they deserve?
no,
Why you say that?
that's true. Because we still have the actresses that's in our community that we revere is not the actresses that Hollywood reveres. It's still the same way. Who's your favorite black actress?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Keisha. You're talking to your brother who watches a lot of shows and a lot of movies. So even not even an actress, I really believe that the best actor in Hollywood is Viola Davis. So I mean, I think she's the best out of the men and the women. So you're talking to somebody that's looking a little critical. I do think that a lot of the shows that we think are good, they really crappy. I don't want to name the particular show that I can't stand that everybody like. I ain't gonna blast that show right now or that movie because it was a movie
I know
everybody
what movie with the women.
Oh, I can't. Please don't say that name. It was
I know
trash.
what movie, but no, I don't think that all our movies are trash. I don't.
But let me ask you. But like you see a lot of shows now. For example, even when
Like
we go,
Courtney B. Vance. I'm just gonna say, I love everything that Courtney B. Vance is in. He's not. How is Will Smith a higher actor than Courtney B. Vance?
mm,
Because Will is more palatable.
mm,
And not that Will is not a good actor, but he ain't no Courtney B. Vance. So, um, and I think that our community is just all over the place.
I'm
Like,
gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you. Like you got a guy. Let's just use Sam for example. Samuel L. Jackson, a guy who we really were introduced to Sam as playing Gator, and
mhm,
then you see him, and Sam has played. He's the number one grossing actor as far as all the movies that he's played in Hollywood.
mhm.
You see that he basically takes any role that don't compromise his beliefs. I would assume he takes everything. Do you think Sam gets the credit that he deserves?
Yes, but I think because Sam is a badass, and sometimes that's liked because he'll say, I mean, but does he have like, does he have the right, their standards of accolades? I don't think so. I think what Will
But
Smith got one and Denzel Washington.
uh, well, it's been quite a few. Sidney Poitier got. Guess who's
I'm
come
talking
home to
about
dinner?
our generation.
Denzel got both. He got the lead and he got supporting actor. I'm gonna ask you: Is do because Nicole brought up a point. She said no because because most are not getting the roles or the money a lot of times compared to a white actress.
That's true.
I'm gonna name a white actress who I know that you like, Keisha, but it took her forever to win. Meryl Streep was kicking butt, and it took her forever to win. Do you think that Meryl Streep don't get the credit she deserves? Do you think?
What has Meryl Streep been in lately? I mean, in the 70s, yeah, that she was getting the credit she deserved.
You said the 70s. Meryl been all over the place. You know, she got a
She
nice
was a
catalog.
model.
She got a nice catalog when it
Yeah.
comes to
She the
movies.
one is Meryl the one that was messing with the guy from The Godfather, and then she quit acting for a little while when he died.
No.
That's not Meryl. Which one is that?
Bruh. That's Raquel Welch. It's one of it. It's not. I don't think it's Merle that messed with
Raquel Welch like brothers.
Marlon Brando. I don't think it was Rick. I don't think it was him. Her. But you don't think so? So you really don't think what? I'm gonna ask you a question.
Because Viola Davis wasn't getting the money she was supposed to be getting,
And then she started.
and they said she the Black Meryl Streep.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Name five. Nicole, name five black actresses that you think are kicking ass. Now, Angela Bassett, we know she's a writer for 911. So she's getting $250,000 an episode. But name I can't really name them, Keisha. I think that and I'm not trying to criticize nobody's acting. I just think that it's not a lot. Who?
Zendaya, like them young girls can act. Kiki Palmer can act. I like Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett is tough.
And the tell Cicely to get out the bathroom. What's her name? Her brother was on Empire. He the one that was getting locked up.
Jesse Smollett.
His sister. His sister is a great actress.
Listen, Nicole. Don't bring Octavia Spencer's not on that level, Nicole. Octavia Spencer.
That's the one from The Help.
Yes. Octavia's okay, but she ain't on that level.
Let me tell you, Monique.
Jordan Smile. No, Monique, we know what went on with Monique. And you know how we feel about Monique. Monique was right, and Monique is our girl.
But Monique is a phenomenal actress.
She ain't phenomenal. She's good.
Nah, I think she's phenomenal.
Phenomenal?
Her range is there. She went from playing in Precious, then she played the lady, that movie with Queen Latifah. I think Queen Latifah is a good actress. I don't think she's got superstar. I think she's a TV series type actress.
Queen Latifah is a good actress. I will say that. You know, they did Chicago, and at the end of the day, for me, if you can do a musical and you could sing, you could dance, to me that's rangy. That was something that Cinda Williams mentioned during the interview last week, that a lot of these performers now you could do a bunch of stuff. It's coming back, but at one time, if you could only do one thing, these are the type of people that they were trying to cast for certain roles.
And how do y'all feel about Halle Berry?
I think Halle Berry's a good actress. I think Halle Berry, unfortunately, she gets typecast. I think that Halle, it's funny. I think that Halle is not. It's crazy. I'm about to say this. I think that Halle is going to be more famous in the next 10, 15 years than she was the last 10, 15 years. I think as she's aging, I think she'll get better roles.
Oh, the other girl, How Did They Fall? Her son just passed away. I think she's a good actress. Regina King.
Oh, Regina King, yeah, she's good. I think she's one of the best out of what we would consider the younger not the younger, but the middle age actresses. she's Regina King. You know, we remember go all the way back to 227. So we seeing her progress. But I don't think that a lot of the opportunities are there. It's funny that we even see like, and I know a lot of people don't really like Lisa Ray, but it's funny that we see them on a show and really like when you think about Vivica Fox. I know a lot of people don't like her. At one time, Vivica Fox was quote unquote the it girl going through Hollywood, and it's like she just hit a wall for some reason and just
I think Vivica Fox's personal life was in her way of growth.
Yeah, that's a heavyweight. Alfred Woodard is a heavyweight. Empathy Markinson's a heavyweight. Nicole, I know some heavyweight actresses.
See now, the lady from Chicago, man, she all right.
Yeah, that's Empathy Markinson.
I know she all right. I don't think she's
an elder. She's an elder. Her and Alfred Woodard are elders.
I like Alfred Woodard.
Even my girl. What's my girl? Loretta Devine.
Loretta Devine is a good actress.
They're not. I'm not saying that they're not. They don't deserve the credit, and they're not elders, and they don't deserve the respect. Even our girl Marsha. Marsha's Facebook done surpassed us knowing her from DC Cab and Night Court.
Yeah, but she wasn't that great of an actress. I mean, she might have been funny. Yeah. But when I look at white actresses, I really don't see anybody knocking it out of the park on their side as well. I think that we're in confusing or conflicting times.
One white actress, and I tell anybody I don't like. I never was a Julia Roberts fan. I just because everybody talked about her being a good actress, and I just thought that because they talked about her, they always talk about her in Pretty Woman, and it's like, nah, Richard Gere was the man in Pretty Woman.
I like Angelina Jolie, and I like Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Even though Angela Jolie hasn't been in anything,
Yeah. I think a lot of times, like even with them, like you get the Sigourney Weavers, you get those actresses that they basically, like you said, they get typecast and they have a role. Like Kate Beckinsale, ever since she did Underworld, it's like she can't get other roles because everybody remember her from Underworld. And when you mentioned Angelina Jolie, she played Laura Craft for so long. When they recasted the Laura Craft and made a younger version, I don't think it landed that well.
Yeah,
but it was just a thought. I wanted to bring it up because Nichelle Nichols passed away. But
yeah, I mean, if you look at it holistically, Black women are the lowest paid. So I don't think that it's going to change because it's the entertainment industry. I mean, on the grand scale of things.
Well, with that, until next week, we'll see y'all. Remember, best way to support is support. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you tune in. And until next week, we see you guys. With that, have a great week. Stay hydrated. And don't let the week get the best of you. Get the best of the week.
Have a good night.
The Poetry Corner.